We've got breaking news for you. El Salvador is easing their residency rules. If you're interested, stay tuned. We're AWM and we help those who are interested in moving abroad successfully, organizing a plan, knowing what they're going to do in their next steps. Let's take a look. So as I said, this is breaking news, hot off the presses for this year with regards to El Salvador easing their residency requirements. So let's begin to take a look. First of all, where is El Salvador? All right, so here you can see the map of Central America, and you get an idea. You're south of Guatemala and just to the west of Honduras. And so El Salvador is got a nice climate and all that good kind of stuff, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. And at least you have an idea of where it is and what we're talking about here. So here's the information. Here's the 411. The country, El Salvador. We're getting this information from El Salvador Info. This is an article by Carla Ramos, okay? And I want to give a shout out to our close sister and friend, Carla, who's living in El Salvador, as a matter of fact. So she forwarded this info to us. Shout out to you there. What's this regarding? Special law number 152 on migration and foreigners. So you'll be able to do your due diligence there. That is always important. You've got to research things for yourself. Why do you always need to research things for yourself? Because laws change. This one has changed. We were living in Rwanda, got a 10-year visa. I'm not even sure if that's available anymore, but at the time it was for us. So you want to be able to handle the information specifically for yourself and be skilled at researching. Who does this pertain to? Basically, foreigners. In fact, you get a better deal if you're already Central American. But we'll just say and assume that you're not, and we'll just deal with the fact that for foreigners, these are what we need to look at. This is the process. How do you get involved? How do you get enrolled? Well, they've got a government-backed program, so therefore you have a partnership, all right? The program fee for you to enter in, you have to complete your application, $690. Now, whether you think that's a lot or not, let us know in the comments, but realize countries are taking steps to try to move forward and make it easier for those who are going to help their economy and increase things. And so there is going to be a fee associated with the benefits you get from being able to be a resident. How long will it last? Well, meaning how long will the residency last? You're looking at maybe 1 year to 4 years, and they each have different price structures for the renewal. And it's up to you to decide which one that you're applying for after you've been through the cycle once. And those items could range in price from $30 to more than that. The idea is, though, you're choosing how long you're going to stay. What's the DNA on this thing? Well, basically what the government is attempting to do is streamline the process so that it's a win-win. How is it a win-win? Well, foreigners get the streamlined process toward residency as well as the country benefits because they're looking for foreigners who are going to support their economic growth, social and cultural development in El Salvador. And so they give you an opportunity to establish yourself legally more quickly. Now, think about this. It's an option, whether you like it or not. I don't know. Let us know in the comments. But you're closer to the United States. So we have a very dear friend who's there, and it enables her to be able to interact with her current home in the United States and what's management of that. Any U.S. paperwork that still needs to be handled, because we did go back for some things. It's a shorter distance, I guess, maybe a 4 or 5 hour flight, obviously depending on where you're coming from. So there's that that advantage of having the proximity to the United States, okay? There's that option for you. Also, tell us what you see as some of the pros and cons to perhaps choosing to go to El Salvador. Let us know that in the comments. Would you consider El Salvador an option? So that's the question out there. We're looking forward to your comments. Thank you.
Welcome back. We are diving into something really cool today. We're talking about relocating abroad.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah, they're actually picking up and moving to a whole new country and building a new life there.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty intense, right? Well, we're going to break it all down with this organization called AwakenWithMark, AWM for short.
Okay.
They are all about helping people make this dream a reality.
Cool.
So what I found really interesting about them is that they're not just like some company giving advice from, some office building somewhere.
Yeah.
This is a family.
Oh, wow.
Who actually did this themselves.
Like a whole family.
Yeah. They uprooted their lives, went to a completely new country, built a whole new life, a new business, and they actually thrived.
That's impressive.
It is. And now they want to help other people do the same thing.
That's awesome.
So they call themselves kind of like a one-stop shop for everything you need to know about relocating abroad.
Okay, so what does that actually look like? What do they offer?
Well, they've got a whole bunch of resources. I think one of the things that stands out the most is healthcare abroad, which could be
it's a big one.
a huge concern, right?
Absolutely.
Figuring out insurance.
Yes.
Finding doctors, understanding medical bills in a different language.
I mean, that's huge.
They actually have like a whole guide on that. They really try to break down those barriers that people might have.
It's like those are the things that keep people from doing these things, It's
Exactly.
like the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
How do I navigate healthcare? How do I, just even basic things.
It can be so overwhelming to think about.
Exactly.
And they've got all these resources laid out for you.
That's awesome.
But, relocating is not just about the logistics. It's a big emotional shift too, right?
Absolutely.
You're leaving behind your friends, your family, your support system.
Your comfort zone.
Your comfort zone, everything you know.
Right.
And starting fresh in a new place.
It can be scary.
It can be really scary.
Yeah.
So how does Awaken with Mark address that side of things?
Well, that's where I think their personal development program is really cool.
Okay.
They have a whole module focused on cultural integration.
So like learning about the local customs.
Yeah, exactly. Like how to, not accidentally offend somebody.
Yeah.
Right? Like basic etiquette, learning about the culture, the history of the place. And I think they even help you connect with other expats who are already living there.
Oh, that's smart.
So you can kind of build that community.
Yeah, so you don't feel so alone.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people listening, this is amazing. Like, I'd love to do this. They even have specific resources for retirees.
Oh, wow.
Who are looking to, maybe stretch their nest egg a little further in a country with a lower cost of living.
Smart.
They really cater to a wide range of people.
That's really cool.
It is.
So if somebody is listening to this right now and they're like, okay, this sounds amazing, but I don't know where to start, what's their first step?
I would say YouTube channel at Awaken with Mark.
Okay.
Where they share even more content. So really, they're trying to make this whole process less scary and more accessible.
Yeah, it seems like they've thought of everything to make it less intimidating.
And show people that this is not just a crazy dream. Like, this is something you can actually do.
It's achievable.
It is achievable if you have the right support, the right guidance.
That's really empowering.
It is empowering.
To know that, you don't have to figure it all out on your own.
Absolutely.
There are people out there who can help you.
Yeah. So I want to leave everyone with this thought. Imagine yourself for a second in a new country, experiencing a totally different culture, living a life that maybe you've always dreamed of.
Yeah.
What would that look like? What would that feel like for you?
I love that.
And maybe Awaken with Mark is the key to unlocking that dream.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.